Hello and welcome to our video series on the Ivanti Asset and Service Manager platform. Today I'm going to look at the user interface for self-service. There's two user interfaces for self-service. This is called the responsive user interface, and I'll talk a little bit about that in a subsequent video. But basically it just adjusts to your screen size, whether that be a laptop, a desktop, or a phone, or like an iPad. The interface adjusts. Today I'm just going to do a quick overview. So starting from the top left here, we can see that the interface is customizable. I've got a logo here for XYZ company. Typically that would be the logo of the company using the software, deploying it in-house. Just below that, we have this yellow banner here where significant either announcements or alarms or alerts can be published to the user community. So if there's something very important that you want people to be aware of, I've got an example here. The ERP system will be down over the weekend. You can put it in that banner, and then if there's nothing, that banner will just disappear. But you can have something in there. It's also possible to have multiple things in there, and then they'll scroll across periodically when a user is in this system. There's also an area back here for a picture. I just put kind of a generic landscape picture here. Most companies would put in a picture more meaningful to their organization, maybe a graphic or a picture. It's nice to maybe have a picture of the folks at the help desk there. Then across the center here is the key primary section of the interface. It's where users can get access to the knowledge base or the service catalog or my items. And I'll talk about my items first. The other two are sort of self-explanatory, but my items is an area where the system provides details of tickets that a user has submitted, so it could be service requests, it could be incidents, or approval requests that are pending for this user. So let's take a look at that. Here is a service request for a new employee setup. So here we can see all the information that I submitted when I submitted a request to hire a new employee. So that request is based on filling out forms, and a subsequent video will look at how those forms are designed through the forms designer in the system. But this is all the information that was submitted with that, as well as the costing information associated with hiring somebody. That information can be hidden if organizations don't like to show that, but a lot do like to either do chargebacks or at least make people aware of what costs are involved. So this is a service request that I have submitted. We can also take a look at an incident that I have submitted. So here's an incident where I can't connect to the VPN login. It's pretty simple. There is an area where I can add some notes, or I could close this incident since I'm the person who raised it. But I could see in here additional details as the help desk picks up that incident and starts to resolve it. There's also, I made mention of approvals. So in this case, this is an approval for something that's waiting for me. So this is an approval for a change to an enterprise application. And so it's adding RAM to the ERP system as part of resolving either a problem or an incident. And since I'm a member of the Change Advisory Board, I've been asked to vote on this, and I can either approve or deny that change request. And now you can set up the rules for the voting to either require the entire change advisory board to approve it, or a majority, or just a single person. That's adjustable, how you can set up the rules for that voting. So that's the My Items area that we looked at. There's also the service catalog. So I made mention earlier of submitting a request for a new employee. I'll take a look at that in more detail in a subsequent video. But here's the catalog of all the services that IT provides in this fictional organization. And we can drill into this set. This is a large kind of catalog, but we might look at just a portion of IT services. So, maybe I just want to know about computer accessories or desktop support. And so I can just see the offerings in those areas by using these filters. So that is the service catalog at a very high level. And then there's also the knowledge base. In this demo system, there's only 2 knowledge articles in here, but these knowledge articles can have step-by-step instructions, they can have graphics, and importantly, the users have the ability to provide feedback on knowledge articles. So here they can just say yes or no, whether this was helpful. They can also rate it. That's very nice if they can give a rating of 1 to 5 stars. And that gives the people who are in charge of the knowledge article some insight into how well it's being received. And then they can also add comments. So I put in comments here that needs more specifics. So that allows you to make changes and improvements to the knowledge base articles over time. And that basically is an initial overview or introduction to the user interface. There's also an area down here where you can highlight some knowledge articles or list additional kind of news items. So here's this one from the announcement up here is listed as a news article. Also, you can just put kind of more generic news in this listing down here. And with that is an introduction to the user interface. I'll go into more detail, especially the service catalog, in a subsequent video. But thank you for joining, and I look forward to having you join future videos. Thank you.